forward. All right. Here he comes. The one, the only.
Hair looks great, man.
Hair looks wonderful, man.
Beautiful. I've never met Superman before.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Stand up, please. Everyone stand up for the bride.
Don't make me cry. I have a big black ring on my face.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for being here tonight. Welcome, ghouls, goblins, superheroes, pirates. Some of you have no idea who you are, but thank you for being here. I want to speak for Nick and Kristen very quickly. Thank you so much for making the effort of being here in the midst of all this craziness. So, again, thank you for being part of their very, very special night.
Good evening and welcome to... Hello?
Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to the Hallowedding of Kristen Cito and Nick McGreevy. For those of you who may not know us, I am Patty, Kristen's aunt and her mother's sister, and this is my husband Blake.
You might be wondering what our costumes signify. I came dressed as the 1950 Heisman Trophy winner from Ohio State, Vic Janowitz. And the reason I came dressed as Vic Janowitz is he is from here in Elyria, and Kristen grew up playing softball at Vic Janowitz Memorial Park. And not only playing softball there, but if you're a Cito, you cut the grass there, you line the fields, you rake the fields, you sell concessions, and when you're old enough to get yelled at, you become an umpire. So, and we thought it would be very fitting that Vic Janowitz made an appearance at your wedding tonight.
And in keeping with that theme, I am an official at your service to officiate. And honestly, when Nick and Kristen asked Blake and me to officiate at their wedding, we could not have been more honored. And we are really, really excited to be here today for this very special wedding, as are all of you.
Nick likes to refer to us as his former roommates, and that indeed is true. When Kristen graduated from college and then played softball in Switzerland back in 2012, she moved in with us, and when she got to Chicago, she was kind of moping around, and I was like, you know, Patty, what's wrong with Kristen? And it turned out that she and Nick decided to start a serious relationship after being friends, lifelong friends, in the months leading up to Kristen coming to Chicago. So I mean, you know, nothing makes more sense than to start a serious relationship and then one of you leaves town. So Patty and I looked at each other and we're like, I guess we got to move the boyfriend to Chicago. So we invited Nick, and he showed up a couple days later with a couple garbage bags full of clothes and a gaming console. And the something about Nick was he went in the guest bedroom and kind of sequestered himself in there and was, you know, just sending out resumes and, playing video games, and we didn't see him all day. And Nick's a big guy, and I was concerned he wasn't getting enough to eat. So I had to tell him a couple times, go, look, the kitchen's a free fire zone. Whatever's in the refrigerator, it's yours too. So just come on out and feed yourself. But all kidding aside, Kristen and Nick were wonderful roommates, and we really missed them when they moved out, even though they just moved down, up the street. But the fact that it was so easy to have them as roommates is a testament to the great parents and the great upbringing that they both had.
Yes, and as Blake mentioned, Kristen and Nick have known each other practically their entire lives. It's not very often that you meet your soulmate while you're in elementary school. And even though they didn't know they were soulmates until many years later, it's still very special to marry a person who you have that much history with. And there's just a lot of special about Kristen and Nick. Their support for one another and devotion to each other is very endearing. And their love of life, love for adventure and fun and games is downright infectious. In fact, they have brought us along on many of their fun and games and adventures, and we had a lot of fun with them. But if it weren't for Kristen and Nick, we would not be here today because we would have been stuck in an escape room somewhere. If they weren't on our team, we would never have gotten out of any of these.
Never get out of the escape room with these guys. Hey, I just wanted to mention, everybody can now sit down. Thank you for we're doing this, so I apologize for missing that important command. It's been a real privilege watching these two develop as individuals and also as a couple. Watching Kristen become a flight attendant at American Airlines. Patty had the honor of pinning her wings on her down at headquarters in Dallas. And then to see her take the bold move to jump to go into pilot training and say, I'm going to fly the plane someday. I'm not going to just work as a flight attendant. And she's well on her way to becoming a commercial pilot in training right now. Nick's first job at Northwestern, he was smart enough to realize while working in the Alumni Relations Department there that he could also get a graduate degree from this prestigious university. And he went ahead and got his graduate degree, which now he's parlayed into a great burgeoning career with FedEx and seems to get an award every week at FedEx. So couldn't be more proud of these two, and just can't wait to see what they do next.
Yes. And now we're in the part of the ceremony where we offer words of encouragement and great secrets to the life-fulfilling happiness and marriage. We decided that you would probably appreciate hearing the most from Terry Brooks, Kristen's favorite author, and of course for Nick, Superman.
So here is a commingling of thoughts from both Terry Brooks and Superman.
What we have in life that we can count on is who we are and where we come from. For better or worse, that is what we have to sustain us in our endeavors and to remind us of our identity. We are very fortunate people, and we know it. And so we share, and so we work, and in doing so, we become something larger than ourselves.
A hero can be anyone. Heroes are made by the path they choose, not the powers they are graced with. There's a Superman in all of us. We just need the courage to put on the cape.
And when we see couples who have been married for 50 plus years, honestly, I think all of us think that that's a pretty super heroic feat.